and we are both live.
Live in the air.
Live. F it. We'll do it live. Oh God. Oh, I'm dying already. Let's do a read. We gotta do a read. No.
Okay, let's do a redo. Change back to the pre-stream
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. But welcome, folks, to episode 113. Ooh, is it a scary number? I think it's scary.
Only 13 is. Wait, didn't our last episode was a 13? Or was it 19?
Hold up. Guess. He'll stop that dying shit. Speaking of 13 and dying. You speak of 13 and dying. I just remember just one random fact.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall this information correctly, supposedly one of my coworkers has a son who is about to get married, and he's going to have the wedding on let's see if I can find it here, make sure it's accurate, on May the 13th. Now, why is that relevant?
Let's see. Let me look at it while you're explaining.
Well, actually, go look. May 13th. Look.
Oh. That's ominous.
Yeah.
It's on a Friday.
Yep. Now either is there that guy's trying to curse his wedding so bad, or he and his bride to be are just really, really big fans of slasher films. I hope it's the latter.
Or maybe, I mean that could be the theme of the wedding, no?
I mean, would that be the best or the worst wedding? I don't know.
I feel like it would be the best if you had like a photo shoot. Like maybe the groom would be a slasher, and then the bride would have like at least like something changed up with the wedding gown, make it look like as if it's bloodied, and the photo shoot would just be her running while the groom has a machete.
It's true. Or better. You know who has the killer weapon?
Who?
The father-in-law. As he aims it for both of them. Ghetto says he's got to go all in and have black cats roaming the reception. Oh, and when they go down the aisle, they have to do it underneath ladders.
Oh.
And there's cracks on the road. And to top it all off, no one taps on wood. But do welcome, folks. Of course, I'm genuinely moronic, beautiful, and musical hack. Jack didn't hear that, but if you go to the YouTube end, you can hear it on my end.
It sounded worse. It sounded more like you were speaking again in auto-tune.
well, what can I say? Guitars give me auto-tune.
Yeah, you're just gonna be T-Pain for this stream.
No. I'm not gonna be really using it, but I was just kind of using it prior to the stream. Besides, even if I did do so, YouTube is gonna be fine. I don't know about the Twitch end.
It's gonna be pure silence.
Exactly. And then Jack's gonna be like, okay, what song you're playing? Okay, what key?
Okay, let me figure it out. Let me pull up my DAW. Gonna bring out FL Studios.
And I'm looking at previous programs. I'm doing this wrong.
Gonna recreate it so everyone can understand what he's doing.
Yeah, do the bass and the drums. Oh, and of course, introduce yourself, Jack, to any potential new viewers.
And currently, just to have a break of the Elden Ring stuff, I'm your third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck, Jack.
How's it going with Elden Ring? Are you still having fun, or is the honeymoon period over?
Oh no, I'm still playing it like a madman.
Like it's a madman.
I just can't keep streaming that consistently. I mean, I gotta stream something else every now and then.
No, we gotta be a full Elden Ring channel now.
Only Elden Ring.
Only Elden Ring all the time. And then once you finish playing the game, we gotta make all the lore videos.
Yeah, if you don't subscribe to this channel right now, you're gonna be maidenless.
Exactly.
Maidenless.
Subscribe to the JAC Show now to get a free maiden. If you want to receive your free maiden, comment below on this live stream. Comment below on this video, and whichever comment we like, we'll get a free maiden by using the promo giving the promo code. Oh man. So that is neat because guess what? You got a new game, and I'll go into it. I also got a new game. You know what that new game is?
Is it the King of Fighters?
No. Oh, yes. It is King of Fighters 15. I bought the deluxe edition because for only one reason only. And no, it's not because of the DLC, though that's neat. It's mostly because of the fact I had the money, because by the time I checked my account that day I bought it, I was like, oh, my tax returns came in. And I got a good chunk of change. And unlike Jack, I didn't owe the government any money.
Damn. So
I used that. So I got KOF 15, and the first thing I did was try to beat up Ghetto Machine online. Sad to say, there's finally a game that he might be slightly better than me at for once.
Oh, slightly better. Them's fighting words again.
Only because he got the game first before I did. But still, I haven't challenged Virgo, who I'm sure is also gonna be the one above all of us.
Yes, the raid boss.
Exactly. He's gonna be the one he's gonna have the team with nothing but boss characters. And but after playing with Ghetto, I haven't touched it, mostly because work, and because I'm doing a lot of physical labor recently. You can imagine how tired I would be coming home after 5 o'clock in the evening and going, do I really want to play right now? After moving the layers and layers of mulch all day.
Hey, it could have been worse. You could have done your job and then come back and go on the computer and play. I think it was called Lawnmower Simulator. Something like that. Garden work simulator.
Thankfully, I haven't loaded Mons yet. Probably got to, because the lawns on my job's premises is looking a bit sketched, as the kids say.
Do you have I hope you have the luxury of having like one of them drivable lawnmowers.
Better, not just the drivable ones, but those zero-turn ones.
Ooh,
I know, huh? So yeah, we're not. Yeah, and how big the property is? Yeah, we're not gonna do everything on those push mower lawns. Not even the motor ones. But but that time will come when it comes.
Can we have like a montage if you need Fast and Furious drifting everywhere, Tokyo drifting? Have the music playing in the background with the lawnmowers.
That's if you can hear the music. Freaking lawnmowers are just. Also, Ghetto says, mail order maiden, sign me up. Of course he would.
I'm sorry, Ghetto. Since you subscribed.
Oh, sorry. This only applies to new subscribers. Watch then on my little Shameless feed here. It goes Ghetto Machine unsubscribe, then resubscribe. I bet he would do it if he wanted to keep up the joke. But he also says, HAC that freezing we kept dealing with was actually all the game. They passed it. Oh, so context. So during our matches between Ghetto and I, because it is still an early game, there is bound to be some problems, and boy did we encountered some.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, this only happened where we would get it when we leave the character select screen, and we would hear this like extremely loud staticky noise, and Ghetto and I were like, okay, what's going on here? Is this me? Is this you? Is this the game? did the game just corrupt our sound system for some reason? Did something happen? And then we would have to relaunch the game. And then we played. Everything was fine. Then it happened again, and then it happened a third time. And right at that point, we had to call it quits there. So that's what he means by the freeze, because the audio will go haywire. Then the game will freeze on both our ends until it recognizes that the online connection was lost, and then it will boot us back to the main menu. So glad to hear that that SNK's that they patched that. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. And also Ghetto says that because he got KO at first, he says he's the true Mexican.
You know what that means? I'm gonna have to revoke your Mexican card.
No, no, don't.
It's been expired.
It's Mexican Joe Biden. He's gonna take away my Latin heat. But so far, first impressions of the game, just first impressions, trying out a majority of the cast, and I'm really liking it. Is the funny part is it's gonna take me a while to get used to it. Number one, I haven't learned all the different unique systems that are in KOF 15, and because I've played a lot of previous King of Fighters games, most specifically 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, a little bit of 99, and 14. Because majority of my experience with those games, I'm more accustomed to the traditional way of how SNK do their button inputs for characters. KOF 15 simplifies all that stuff. Some people may not like that. Some people may be okay with that. I'm on the guard. It's okay. It's fine. It might make for a simpler experience, but doesn't mean the gameplay itself is actually simple. It's still KOF. It's just now you don't have to do some weird motions to do Terry Bogard's Power Geyser, which if you don't remember was down, half circle left, then four circle right, a half circle
down,
right.
Half circle.
I'm sorry, down, quarter circle left, then half circle right. That's to do with Power Geyser.
Quarter circle left, half circle right. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now I think now it's literally just double Hadouken punch.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the from the input, just like I guess. Down, quarter circle left, half circle right. Just like, okay.
Well, keep in mind because of those motions, it threw off. I still remember it threw off a lot of Smash players when Terry was announced and released for Smash.
No, it reminds me of like the second ultras for like Street Fighter 4, where it's like left, right, down, diagonal left, right, and then up. Diagonal up. I don't remember. It was like something like that.
Must be a charged character. Funny enough, in entirety of KOF, I haven't tried majority of the characters, but of all the characters I've tried, I only found one charged character. and that was one of my favorite characters in that series, Leona, the blue hair chick. Mm-hmm. She's like the only character I play with that was a charged character. Everyone else was just command inputs. And so I can't say anything about what story, because apparently there is a story in this game. So I don't know what that's about. I haven't tried to really dive deep into how the game is. I was like, all right, can this game just be fun by two people just playing against each other? And definitely is very fun. Still not crazy about the current main protagonist of this generation of King of Fighters, which would be Shune guy is the guy with the green hair and headphones who doesn't put on his coat right. That guy, Shune, something like that.
Right. I'm assuming he's bare chested.
No, he's not even bare chested.
Oh, I assume with like the way he's described.
He looks like he belongs in an isekai.
Oh, let me see.
Like, I kid you not, compared to the rest of the KOF cast, he really stands out and not in a good way. And you know what? I'll show it here for the folks at home who have no idea who I'm talking about. I think his name was Shune. I think. Let's see, King of Fighters, 15.
Shane? I don't know.
No,
I
not
got it.
no, not sure. No, not Shermie. Not Shermie. I'll get to her in a second.
Here's the man,
The myth.
and
Well,
the myth, the
no,
legend.
no, I wouldn't go that far. Just the man, if you want to call him that. Yeah, Shun Shun apostrophe A. That's how you pronounce it. Freaking got a Martian name over here. Any
Looks interesting. I mean, I like it. I like the style. It's very King of Fighters.
No, that's not King of Fighters.
To me, it is.
Look at Kyo, look at him, and tell me how are those compatible?
I don't know. I mean, I think of K whenever I think of King of Fighters.
Oh, you mean K Dash?
Oh, yeah, well, sure.
That's what
I
they
hate that. I know. I hate that. I hate that. K dash. I'm here like whenever I. The only reason why I keep saying K is because of like that's how I thought of it as when I was younger. But then when people said K dash, I'm like, okay, I get it. But it just has one letter in there and an apostrophe. It's not even a dash. It's an apostrophe.
His legal name. Yeah. Legal name. Oh, Ash Crimson was a charged character too. That's probably why I wasn't doing well with him. I should clarify. I always thought, for all this time, I thought Ash Crimson was a girl. I was dead wrong. I was very, very wrong.
So very, very.
Well, at least he got. At least he's got. Hey, at least he's got a look that's going well for him. You know, who am I to complain? If it works for them, it works for them.
I still stand by my statement that it's very King of Fighters to me.
I suppose. Maybe it's just. Maybe it's
Isn't there like a almost? I forgot what was the ice girl?
Oh, Kula.
Yeah, isn't she like almost very lolly-esque?
She can't. Not Lolly. I'll say Moe, which is there is a distinct difference.
Yeah, Moe.
Yeah, so it's more Moe. If you want the Lolly character, the closest for 15 would have to be Athena, but she's like the idol cutesy type, not really Lolly. You want an actual like Lolly type character, then you got to go back to then you have to go back to the previous game. What was her name? It was oh my gosh. She's technically another idol character, but just good lord. Or like talk about something that's way over a character that's way over designed.
Okay, I know you said like there's a caveat or like a little thing with Athena.
Mm-hmm.
It says here in the wiki Athena's 17 and Kula's 14.
And go well,
Oh wait, hold on. Scratch that. 18. Athena's 18. At least from whatever that one fighting game is.
Look, honestly, KOS timeline's kind of bored, so I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try to make sense
I think
of
they're
it.
the same age, actually. I don't know. They might be. Let's just say they're the same age. Never mind.
In any case, the character was pointed. If you want to go, looking at it again, no, not really Lolly, just more idol stuff. But more just in your face. Would have to be what was I just had her name here. What was her name? Sylvia Paula. Look that up. King of Fighters 14, Sylvia. And you'll see what I mean. I'm showing right here on the YouTube end. You'll see what I mean when you look up Sylvia, King of Fighters 14.
I like how he's. Oh no, it's Sylvia Paula.
Yeah, Sylvia Paula Abdul.
She's French.
Or so she.
Only the French.
Or so she claims.
Only the French.
The only
This reminds me of
the only French video game character I recognize is Bijane. Ain't that right, Ghetto?
this the way she looks like with the candy colors.
Right.
It reminds me of this one music video. The person that it's just the song itself is just called Pon Pon Pon. Pon Pon Pon. Pon Pon Pon. And just looking at the characters or like the idol's dress, I mean, it kind of has some similarities in color schemes.
Would you say maybe it's a homage almost?
I don't know, maybe, who knows?
Wait, Miguel says, and King and Shermie. What about King and Shermie? In that they look older or younger than they look? They gotta be older than they look. Especially King, consider how old her game series is. Then again, do fighting characters really age? For Mortal Kombat, yeah, at least recently. If you're a Street Fighter, sometimes
they age backwards.
Sometimes. Oh, I meant that. Wait, Shermie's friend. You know what? That explains it. King.
That explains.
I thought she was just American. Huh.
Nah.
An
American wouldn't have a king. They would have a president.
She'll name herself president. Yeah. My name is President. All right, president of what? No, just president. Of what?
Not a machine, son.
Oh, I still need to play Metal Gear Rising. I've only just seen numerous other people play it, but yet to actually play the game myself.
I only played the demo, but it was fun.
Because you're a snoozer.
No, because I had no money, and plus,
I'm a scream.
15-year-old boy.
Well, what's your excuse now?
I was a 14-year-old boy with no job.
Oh, boo! Why don't you? I can't. Oh man. Yo says, yeah, an older Ryo shows up in one of the Fatal Fury games as Mr. Karate 2. Oh,
Mr. Karate 2. Mr. Karate the second.
I like Mr. Karate 2. It sounds like a sequel.
No, it just sounds like you. I don't know. It sounds more.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is mispronounced as the second, but I like just saying 2.
It was the first.
Mr. Karate. Is that simple?
Okay.
I think that's the actual answer. I think the identity of the first Mr. Karate, it's either, I think maybe it's been revealed, or it's like there's like theories of who could it be. I think. I'm sure Gail's gonna correct me soon enough. Let's see. Gail also says an SNK fighting game that can't even be emulated. What the heck, Johnny Cage? Boy, freaking Johnny over here. First off, hey Johnny, welcome, man. Then he
welcome.
proceeds to say, "Just got here. Now explain to me why you want that mid-ass team back." Oh, the title. Well, Johnny. Well, Johnny, let's sit down here. We have a couple drinks. It's your choice. Let's talk it out. All right. So the little title there. So here's something I want to mention to you, Jack. So the title of the episode is called "Bring Back the Sports Team SNK." So
yeah,
if you're not aware, sports team was an actual team, 3-man team of characters that was introduced, I believe, in '97. And I don't know they're in '99, but I remember them distinctively in '97 and '98.
Mm-hmm.
And there was 3 characters. You got Heavy D, who was like the black tough boxer.
All right.
You had the one of the other guys who was pretty much just a American footballer, not soccer, like football. touchdowns and all that.
Yeah.
His name escapes me at the moment. And then finally, you had the third character, who, if I remember correct, and I could be very wrong here, I remember now. His name was Lucky, I believe, and he was like I think he was the young hip hop basketball guy. So yeah, boxing, basketball, and football. Right?
Nothing with soccer.
Yes, because it's not an American sport. It's a British sport. But I digress. So
How dare you call it a British sport? You know what? How dare you call it soccer?
hey. The British invented the term soccer. All right, that's fact.
Sock them.
Well, there you go. There you go. Maybe we'll able to, maybe Germany can beat them again in the next World Cup. Johnny, come on. Any case. I mostly care for Heavy D. As well, I will admit, I will straight up admit, I mostly care about that team because of Heavy D. But if you're gonna bring one of them back, might as well bring the rest, unless you're gonna make an entirely new team. I digress.
Heavy D's the boxer, right?
That's correct. Yes, and he was a pretty cool character. At least I think.
I would feel bad for whoever is like the enemy striker in the other team, because he's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna steal the ball, right hook, left hook, uppercut.
Now here's one thing though, and the sports team within not only just the KOF fan base, but also with the developers themselves, they were always meant as a joke. And in future games, they even treat them as such in specific character endings. So right to the purposes, they are a joke team. I just happen to think they have one cool character that I wish they can bring back. And you can bring on the others if you want. Here's one problem, though. Here's one problem why... Well, at least here's one problem why they may not come back. Two, they're not as popular in terms of like characters you actually want to use. And as well, their gameplay was, Johnny Case said it best, was pretty mid. And as far as Heavy D, and I love the fact he was like a boxer character. Unfortunately, throughout over the years, SNK made another character who's also a boxer, and it's infinitely more popular than Heavy D. And her name is Vanessa. So there you go. Do you want tough black guy or waifu?
Yeah, or sex appeal. What do you want?
Well, I mean, for some people, tough black guy is already sex appeal, but you get the idea.
Yeah, but you see a lot more people wanting to buy waifus than tough black guys.
Exactly. So because of that, because of that, they're very much regulated to cameos and little in jokes. Hence why I put the title of the team. It's more so just to be funny. But but I legit want to play as Heavy D again in a modern KOF game. Like, I can't always go back to 97, 98, but I really actually did like Heavy D's gameplay style. Lucky and the American football star. Yeah, I can literally take it or leave him. Let's see here. Let's read the chat real quick. Let's see. Miguel says, Rio's dad is Mr. Karate. Spoilers for Art of Fighting 1. Uh-oh. Oh, dang it, Jack. Now you can't do your full playthrough of Art of Fighting 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I was playing that this whole time.
Johnny Cage says, of course it escapes you. They don't matter. He continues, the British haven't won aliens since 66. What do they know? Fair enough. Johnny Cage also says, what if we made a boxer who was actually fighting good and then Vanessa was born? You're just saying that because she has tits. I said it. I bet you could tweak Heavy D's gameplay design. He'll be infinite. I want a cool boxer. Vanessa can be cool, but I was like, there's enough cool gals and dames in this game. I just want a tough boxer guy. That's all.
I just want another Dudley.
Johnny Case is 97, 98. I could have sworn the Orange team had already stole the invitations by then. Nope. Nope. They were at least I don't know if they were in the tournament story wise, but as playable characters, the sports teams were playable in 97, 98. I don't know what other iterations of 1998. I do just I guess I'm gonna say the base version. So I don't know about any other versions of 97, 98. Maybe they took them out. It's a possibility. But the base version of those two games, they were in fact playable. So that's pretty much why the reason why I named the episode that way. Number one, to kind of piss at Johnny Cage. It's not the main reason, but it's a perk. I would say that to piss him off, and as well because I just really it's nice to have some joke characters that's not Kim Capwan's team, which I find like it's funny, but I'm pretty sad because I like Kim. I love his gameplay style, and yet he's stuck he's stuck with Wrecking Ball Man and Manlit Freddy Krueger.
Manlit Freddy Krueger.
Why? I think that's either Chang or Choi. I think it's Choi. Someone will correct me.
Let me look. I need to see what he looks like.
Johnny K says they tried a new box in the last game. Poor Nelson didn't make the cut. Yeah.
Oh my God! It is a Manlit Freddy Krueger.
and
this is
yeah,
Choi, everyone in Twitch.
I did try out Nelson in KWF14. He definitely was the definition of all right. Honestly, a lot of the newcomers in that game just felt like that. They were okay. Some of them were kind of wasted slots, like that Terry fangirl. She did not. Why did she need to be a character? That was literally a waste.
Because you gotta have the female Terry.
It's not even a female. No, that's SNK. If you want female Terry, you play SNK heroines. No,
that was the one.
Yeah, no. KOF 14, there's literally a character. I think her name is Alicia, who's literally just a fangirl for Terry. Then that's her character. And that's right. Thank you, Ghetto. And she's there because she was introduced in the King of Fighters pachinko game.
Ew, pachinko. Why does it always pop up again?
Because gambling is good for the economy.
You know what sucks though about gambling?
You lose your money, and you're willing. Blah. I'm gonna start over. You lose your money and your self-control.
That, and also I can't play any gambling games on Pokemon anymore.
Were there gambling games on Pokemon?
That was just the one thing that reminded me that nowadays gambling has been so taboo. It's
you can still do it in Yakuza.
Slowly fading away. But the problem is that the rating has gone up when it comes to any sort of gambling.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh my gosh! So does that mean for New Super Mario 64 DS, which has tons of gambling mini games, does that game go from a rated E to a rated T just because it has gambling?
Maybe.
Oh man, I'm playing poker.
Or it could be just it could just be a Pokemon decision. I don't know.
Well, it could. Well, you have to check the ESRB for that. Let's see what they say. And also, Ghetto, correct me. The sports team was not in 97, but in 98.
Ah.
Huh. I'm probably just blur those together because in that little collection of King of Fighter games I have for my Wii, which includes 94 through 98, I mostly play 97, 98 the most. Since by that point of the series, the games were finally, at least in my opinion, they were starting to get their groove. 94, the very first King of Fighters, is very rough. Was very rough compared nowadays. I don't know how it was for its time. I'm sure it was successful. Problem is, in 94, you couldn't just pick whoever 3 characters you want to make your team. You can only pick select teams. So, yeah. And for some reason, all of them represented by a different country. And I think Terry, the 3 characters from Fatal Fury, Terry, Bogard, Andy Bogard, and Joe, they were, I think they were assigned to Italy, even though they're American.
I think that was a joke. I don't know. I was gonna make a joke about that, but they made it themselves.
It could be it could be a joke. I don't know. It was just weird. It was weird. The nations that represented didn't make any sense. Oh my gosh! But once '95 came in, they started to. That's when the series really starts to improve. '94 was definitely the first try. It's important that '94 needs to exist, but let's just say there's not a lot of people who's gonna go play the back to that game when literally every other KOF after that is available. It's like playing Street Fighter One when Street Fighter Two exists. And even then, some people will even go as far as why play the base Street Fighter 2, when you can play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Edition. I mean, no. Yeah, actually, yeah. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. There's a difference.
I wonder how big it is, though. The difference.
Oh, massive, actually. Base Street Fighter 2, you only have six, you can only play as 6 characters. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, you can play you can play as 6, 10, 14 characters.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the game was much faster, and because of that the whole meta of Street Fighter 2 changed from the base game to Super Street Fighter 2.
Huh.
Mhm. Oh wait, scratch that. Not 14 characters. 15 characters. There was one secret character you can play as.
You know, speaking of Street Fighter, I recently saw an anime
Uh-huh.
that actually involved Street Fighters, and like not even like a reference. It blatantly involved them.
Did you watch this anime on Netflix?
Uh, no.
Oh, okay, it is not that one. Then I don't know what it is. What anime would you
Well,
watch?
what was the anime that you watched that was like on Netflix?
I was thinking high score girl.
No, no. It was like I forgot. It was like something to the moon. But basically, it's a weird rom com where like the guy ends up marrying this girl like on like literally after having a car accident. Like he sees the girl on the other side of the street, and he's thinking to himself, that person's so pretty, I need to go talk to them. Crosses the street without looking and almost gets hit by a truck, only to be saved by that same girl. And
Oh,
then
the girl
literally
saved him from beating Truck-kun.
and literally uh while he's like internally bleeding and has some severe concussions with adrenaline, he asked her to that one day he promises to marry her, and she actually took it seriously.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah, and she's like, "All right, we're married. Here's the paperwork. We're gonna do it today." But
Nani?
anyways, later on in the episode in the series, there is one point where the wife now
Right?
is I guess is like challenged by another person, which is the supposed childhood secret crush that the other girl had on the main character. And then they said we're gonna deal with this on Street Fighter, and she literally pulls out Street Fighter 5. Yeah, Over the Moon for You. That was the one. Thank you, Ghetto.
Oh, like now is
Literally pulls out
does the show
Street Fighter 5,
the show
and they
actual?
actually show actual gameplay. Yes, yes, there's actual gameplay.
So that episode was probably sponsored.
And even better, whenever she was losing, she's like, okay, I don't. She's like, okay, we're gonna try this. She pulls out a different console, which is a very old one. Doesn't have the name though because they couldn't get the licensing for that. And they start playing Street Fighter 1.
Wait, like actual Street Fighter One,
Yes.
the crappy one,
Yes.
the one where you can only play as Ryu and Ken.
Yes.
Oh my god!
Because she just did not like the idea that she was losing.
And so she played a game. She picked a game that both of them will be bad at playing.
No, she was good at it. Because
Oh,
she was able to do the Hadoukens.
oh god! Oh man! Oh god! Then well, she must be a crazy person that's want to get good at Street Fighter One.
But man, I was like so surprised to see an actual like full blown section of an episode involving a fighting game.
Uh, the only problem is that even if she did lose, it's not like they're not gonna not be married anymore.
No, it was like you can ask the main character to do one thing for you.
I see. I'm gonna ask him to commit infidelity. Well, at least there was real stakes. We'll read the chat real quick on the YouTube bin. First off, yeah, Ghetto says, "Oh yeah, Kim Cap One fans are crying and throwing up now. We got Rugal before him." Well, it's been a while since we had a Rugal, so I will say that. Johnny Cage, I can understand the way for Kim. It takes a lot of work to animate his pants properly. True. And KOS 14 Kim's pants, oof, rough, very rough. Ghetto says, not in Yakuza. I think 5 was the only one to actually have gambling. Really? Even though it's a mature game, whatever. Well, at least you can play not Dead or Alive. At least you can play Virtua Fighter. At least Virtua Fighter 5 in Like a Dragon. Johnny Cage, you can still have your child waste all your life savings on FIFA player packs.
I like how we actually did do like one of them scripted versions of our podcast before. We talked about the FIFA player packs and how they were being sued for it.
Oh, that's right. Which it's pretty much is gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you can still play casino games and mahjong though, not pachinko. Interesting. Ghetto.
Mahjong is fun.
I know SNK sold the rights to the pirate girl who is in Bijane to a now defunct company. So who owns the pirate girl now? Because I know which one you're referring to. Is she in limbo? Do they have to buy her back? Did they go back to the original rights holder? I'd like to see if there's a story for a conclusion to that one. Johnny Cage says, in reference to the anime Jack was talking about, that's the only way to get a sensible man to a marriage nowadays. Wait for a concussion. Sign here.
Sensible man.
Ghetto says, 1, dude should have broke with her right there. Now she pulled out third strike. Oh, shit.
I was kind of expecting third strike, to be honest.
Your woman pulls out third strike and goes straight to like Dudley. He goes, I'm playing to win for my man.
No, playing to win. This. You start playing Chun-Li and then she plays something else and she ends up doing the evil number 34, I think it was called.
Oh, she does the Daigo parry?
She does the Daigo parry on you. Oh, that's when you're like, all right.
She's the one.
I'm pulling out the ring. Here you go. Let's go, Justin!
Oh my gosh.
Apparently that Daigo parry is now just a whole trial. So anyone can do it.
Yeah. In
some practice.
In Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition, that is a trial you could do. I think she's some kind of limbo since they seem able to use her, but she's not in a lot of promo material. Yeah, and let's be fair here. Like, between the two pirate girls that SNK have, which is odd to say, she's no Bijane. So, there you go. Bijane. And hey, it's at least one more pirate girl that SNK has more than Capcom. Unless Decal Tronbon is a pirate girl. She is a pirate. She just doesn't have the pirate attire. Question for the chat: is Tronbon a pirate girl for you? Does she count? Does she fit she fits the trope?
I mean, there's pirates in real life still, but they don't look like the matey type of pirates, but they're still counted as pirates.
Yeah, but
so by that logic, I say yes.
But can robots really be pirates? Are they programmed to plunder?
Programmed to plunder?
Are they programmed to seek for the booty?
Oh no. No, not that booty. Shut it down.
Johnny Cage, she's no Bijane, Heavy D's no Vanessa, the trend goes on. I see what you did there, Johnny. Yeah, well. It's only a dream. It's only a dream. Besides, like, uh, we can use a little bit more joke characters for SNK. A little bit. I mean, for King of Fighters, not the company. I mean, for King of Fighters, we can use a little bit more, just a little bit. Nothing too much. Nothing too much. Ghetto says she counts. All right, never mind. Then
Now,
Capcom
question for you.
SNK, they're tied in Pirate Girls.
Now here's a question.
What's your
So
question?
you said the pirate girl you're talking about, it's a robot, right?
Tronbon, yes, she's from the Mega Man Legends games.
Oh, that's gonna be tougher then. I was gonna say like, are robots? Do robots really have any gender?
Well, we kind of need to. They're called Mega Man. But I guess philosophical question. I need to get the pipe for this and just go.
We gotta get the pipe for this. All right.
It's like, can that's an interesting thought. Can robots have genders? Do they identify themselves, or does the maker identify them? Are they programmed for love? Are they programmed for any type of mating? It's an intriguing question. Because all the various fiction I've encountered across my day, that topic never seems to bring up, because it's more so more so whatever the lore or established facts about that fiction's world or whatever. It's either they're just a robot, well, think about it, or in the case of say Transformers, they're robotic in nature, and they do have they do have two different sexes. It's just that they're it's just that they're mechanical by design. They're not. You get what I'm saying?
I was gonna go with an easy route of just saying maybe they're just non-binary.
If the robot, the robot.
Actually, no, they can't be because all they can do is binary.
Exactly. Like
they can only produce ones and zeros.
But then you get interesting things like with Futurama. Remember that? Remember that one robot?
Yeah.
Is that more lady that you can handle?
or like that whole thing where they took Fry to a freaking robot strip bar.
Yes, and of course, don't forget the most beautiful robot in the world. What the one, the farmer's daughter, the compactor? What was she? And she ended up like winning like the Miss Universe beauty pageant. Oh my gosh. Johnny K says, so the Autobots can still get their pipes clean. That's a question for Ghetto. He's the at least for now, he's the Transformers lore expert here of all the various different incarnations of the Autobots and the Decepticons. But I'm gonna go with possibly, but because shows are aimed for children for the most part, it's a possible. Although in the Michael Bay films, we clearly do see Bumblebee pissing on John Turturro.
That is true.
So now Optimus Prime does state that he's leaking gasoline. So, which you would think gasoline would be more like blood to the Autobots, or maybe that's oil.
You know what? Oh, you know what's weird? Okay. Does this mean you can like get free gasoline if you have an Autobot nearby?
No, because they don't run on gasoline.
Well, yeah, but like if from the Michael Bay thing where they pee that.
I think it's just because surprisingly it makes sense. I think it's just that because Sam thought he had a regular car, he filled up his tank with gas. So Bumblebee just had that tank just full of gasoline and decided to let loose at that moment. At least that's my headcanon why how that scene happens. Johnny Cage, maybe he had really big kidney stones. Ouch. Oh man, that must have hurt. Miguel says it wasn't. Oh, it was coolant.
You know that's even worse. You know why?
Why?
If it works like any other thing, and like since the Autobot's technically still running, like it's always perpetually running, that coolant's gonna be scorching hot.
Oh yeah, it's surprised it didn't burn him. That's
Yeah.
actually surprising he didn't burn John Turturro's character. So never mind. It's like it was gasoline. It's still deadly, but only if like there was something to ignite it. But because it's coolant, freaking that's some hot piss right there. Some hot piss action.
I'm surprised.
HPA.
I'm surprised we got into this whole tangent about Autobots pissing.
That's
And that was all because of my fault.
Wait, if Bumblebee's piss burned, does that mean that means either A, Bumblebee has a prostate problem,
Or he just didn't hydrate enough.
No, or ready for this one?
Ready?
He's got Cybertronian gonorrhea.
Oh no.
Cybertronian HIV.
Not the alien gonorrhea. Robo
Gonorrhea.
Yes. It sounds like something Alex Jones would say.
Robo gonorrhea is going to ruin this country. I say. They're working with the cyber elves. It all connects. The cyber elves are spreading Robo gonorrhea. That's how they get you. Oh, Johnny says, I'm glad we all agree shit about your car. You know what? That is something I can stand behind. I HAC proudly declare on this statement that we should not have sexual intercourse with automobiles. Do you agree with this bold and brash statement, Jack?
I wouldn't call it bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash. Okay. Yes, I
agree. Oh, I made it even better. More like belongs in the trash. Oh, when you need a good SpongeBob quote, it's always right there.
It's always right there.
It's always right there. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. Oh man, that was a weird tangent.
We just started talking about the gender of a robot,
and then conclude Bumblebee may have robo-gonorrhea. Oh man, always wear protection kits.
See, this is why whenever we end those long drives back to the church, this is why I said we need to make a podcast.
And this is why you should introduce your podcast to your dates. And also, this is not a podcast.
Oh yeah, not anymore.
We're not a podcast.
It's an experience. It's an experience.
Oh. Oh, I'm laughing. Yes. Yeah, we're certainly something, alright. But we're not a podcast. Number one, you know why? Number one, you know why we're not a podcast? You know why? Because we don't always do regular episodes. Sometimes we play a game, and that's the episode.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't play a game through an audio podcast.
I mean, you can try.
I mean, you can record a podcast, a gameplay behind it, like back we used to do in the beginning.
You know what? We need to hire a shoutcaster.
The heck is a shoutcaster?
So, okay, think of like the announcers for football, like any sport.
Oh.
They're the people that do that for esports. They're called shoutcasters.
Why a fancy title? Why can't it just be the announcers?
I feel like it's because they shout a lot.
So
they shout everything, the whole play-by-play. It'll be like literally saying like, oh, this character's doing that.
Oh, so it's just so it's pretty much the equivalent of a wrestling spectator, pretty much.
Yep.
You know what? That would be neat, but we don't have any moment by moment action for someone to go. Can you believe that he just said that? Let's watch the replay right now. Sponsored by Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, bold and flavorless. Ghetto says, "Nah, you need a video Joker." Yes, yes, yes. We need a video Joker. Yes.
Damn, you know what I forgot? I should have. I knew I forgot.
Johnny
something.
Cage. So just has some Dead or Alive Extreme Beach videos playing while you talk. Is that a bad idea? I'm not gonna lie. Is that a bad idea if you want to get them easy views? You know, they will truly be like a real gamer bro. We'll talk about all this pop culture stuff while a bunch of digital women play for our enjoyment.
We can also go through the more easy parts of some areas, like the have CS:GO surfing around.
Johnny, I would love to hire Jim Ross, but I don't think you'll. I think number one, even with our combined income, we'll barely afford him just for one day, and even then, it was like, what he's gonna spectate on.
Don't worry. Let me just break open the piggy bank right now.
We can. Oh no, we can always have a guest spectator. Oh,
Yeah, someone can shoutcast for us. That'll be nice.
Oh man, nah. For our purposes, we don't need something like that. We don't need that yet. We don't need that yet unless the JAC Show becomes much more important than it already is, which is important to us, just not that important. All right, let's be real here. Let's be real. All right, you ready to be real? You want to get real, Jack?
We get to Spotify.
How we're gonna?
I found that it's actually super easy to do it.
Oh, I know. The thing is, how we're gonna include the gaming episodes.
Screw them. They're gonna be lost episodes in Spotify.
Johnny Cage. By God, that Autobot is broken in half. Son of. It was me, Optimus. It was me all along. Son of a bitch.
Does this mean that we're gonna be playing that one Transformers game? It was like online play. I think it was in the Xbox 360.
You mean the third-person shooter one?
I think it was third.
It was like War for Cybertron.
Yeah.
I mean, we could, but here's the thing.
Are the servers shut down?
No, even worse.
What?
Those games are no longer sold.
You know, when there's a will, there's a way. Because
I'm sure
that one
I'm sure
you know the poker at the inventory game I have on my Steam?
Sure.
That thing, you can't buy it anymore because they don't have the licensing for that. But I still have it anyways because I bought it from somewhere else.
Awesome. Good for you.
So when there's a will, there's a way.
And that will is the will of the Decepticons.
Let me just recreate the whole game.
Right, Megatron.
I'll recreate the whole game if I have to.
You're gonna recreate Transformers War for Cybertron. You hear? All right, Jack gonna put his 4 years in computer science to good use finally.
Hell yeah! I just need to know how to use it for Unreal Engine.
Unreal 3, unless you want to remake it in the current Unreal Engine.
Yeah, we'll remake it. It'll be HD.
It'll be more HD than the HD
16K, breaking all laws of physics.
Oh, we're gonna need one of those curved monitors just to experience it.
Nah, you need a whole movie theater.
Hey, Ghetto, would you invest in a whole movie theater so you can play Transformers War for Cybertron? Johnny says that college really is a waste of time and money. Only if you don't put your skills to good use and if you don't do a lot of networking, and I mean a lot of networking. And besides, by the time you enter a business within your profession, they'll pretty much teach you what you need to do anyways, because every company uses their own their own software that's made specifically for them. So yeah, there you go. Yellow says not for Cybertron, but he'd do it for Devastation.
Devastation.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. It's not a bad choice at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
It's like I'm wearing nothing
Nothing
at
at
all.
all.
Nothing
Nothing
at
at all.
all.
Stupid, sexy Jack. Oh man, where were we? Where are we now? I'm losing the plot. Well, there is no plot here. Or never was.
There is no plot. Exactly. We're not women. We don't have plot.
Wait. No, wait. Oh, okay, I get it.
Or we're not anime women. You
What?
gotta make
What's
anime.
what's the difference? They both don't shut up.
No. Anime women are exaggerated.
And they also don't shut up.
No.
Johnny Cage, back me on
There's
this.
some that don't.
Johnny Cage, back me on this.
There's some that don't say anything.
Yeah, those are
And
the
that's when and
those are the
you're
weird
like, say something.
And those are the weird ones because then they just don't have social skills and somehow that's cute.
That reminds me. Okay, I had a very interesting moment with my supervisor where I was talking to him about my progress with Naruto.
Right.
And by the way, after skipping a few episodes, I'm already at 8. Season 8.
Which means nothing to me, but I'm sure something for
For some people, that's I think I'm like at the end of it pretty much.
Oh, at the end of the first show.
Yeah. But what ends up happening is like my supervisor was talking about how Hinata was weird because she did the little the little finger thing where they just kind of point their fingers together.
Oh,
I like how I'm doing it in real life, as if you can see.
Yo, yeah. We can completely see what you're doing, but I know what you're talking about.
So he was saying how it's weird that she's doing that, and it makes no sense. And I'm here like, you're as clueless as Naruto. He literally says that she's weird because he does that. But I'm like, you don't get it? It's because she's shy. She's just fidgeting. It's like, no, but there's something else with it. Like, no, that's literally all it is. She's just fidgeting. She doesn't want to stare at someone in the face, so she's fidgeting with her fingers. It's like when you do the little twirly thumb thing.
Nah, man, she's just weird. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay, so someone that doesn't talk is just weird.
Exactly. Which is why woman. Where am I going with this? I don't know. You know where I'm going with this? I'm going to the chat because Johnny Cage says. First, he says, "Forget everything you learned in college, but if you don't have a degree, you're out." Then he says, "All they do is talk and still manage to say nothing." His words, not mine. Johnny, Hinata is a stalker with less self-confidence. Is she a stalker, though?
Isn't that just a stalker?
I mean, granted, a stalker shouldn't have confidence to begin with, or else why are they stalking?
Exactly, they don't have self-confidence, so they're a stalker. But yeah, she is a stalker. Huh. You know what? I'm gonna say a theory now.
All right, what's your game theory?
My game theory is Naruto has Stockholm syndrome.
Ooh,
he fell in love with a stalker.
Now, how can you say something so controversial yet so bold?
It just makes sense. That's it.
Now the question.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Now the question is, who has the more toxic relationship, Naruto and Hinata or Sasuke and Sakura?
Oh, by far, Sasuke and Sakura. Man leaves her, almost kills her several times. She's just like, I still love him.
I'm surprised Kishimoto, the mangaka for Naruto, didn't get any letters. Just how much she's not Sakura just sucks.
And what's worse is that she tried to settle. That was the worst thing. She tried to settle. So, like, but when I say settle, I mean as in, well, I didn't get this guy, so I guess I'm gonna go with this guy.
And
Because yeah, it was like one scene apparently I saw where like I think it was like whenever the Shippuden was new or something like that,
oh yeah, I see that scene got
where
memed around.
where Sakura pretty much was like, I don't care about Sasuke anymore. Just stop. I love you, Naruto. Like trying to force herself to have these.
I love you,
And
Naruto.
Naruto, after so many like times of him being abused by her, he's just like, this is not you. Who are you? Stop joking around. This is not funny.
Johnny K says that wasn't the point, Jack. Also, Johnny K says Sasuke it did nothing wrong. That she got what she wanted.
And isn't Sasuke like a deadbeat in Boruto? I don't even know.
I don't. Who cares? It's Boruto.
But my God, it's becoming a drag watching this show.
Then stop. Stop it.
I mean,
Watch something better.
apparently it gets better to Shippuden from what my
Dude,
supervisor said.
No, because he's no. Because here's what's gonna happen. Play by play. He
All
says it's gonna get better. You start on Shippuden, you're not digging it. Then he goes, "Oh wait till you reach this episode." Then it gets better. Then you get there, and then no, you still cannot feel it. But then he says, "No, wait for this episode." Then it gets better. Repeat that to the end of the show, and you just wasted your time watching the entire thing. No, it does not get better if by literally watching the entire first show and then watching the sequel series, if you're still waiting to get better, then the show was never good to begin with. That's my TED Talk. Thank you for coming in. There will be no refunds.
Chat, he's yelling at me.
Chat, please, just be on my side for once and just tell Jack, you don't have to finish Naruto if you're not enjoying your time with Naruto. Tell him.
It's annoying. The man literally just says Shuriken everywhere jutsu. You can't just add jutsu at the end of something and then make it a ninja spell.
That's not how ninjutsu. That's not how ninjutsu works.
He literally says that.
It's not. It's too bad. It's too bad the series didn't establish exactly how ninjutsu works.
He just sucks. He only has 2 moves: Shadow Clones and Rasengan.
Hey man, those 2 moves got to the big leagues.
It's amazing how that happened.
It's also amazing. At no point in the show did he actually try to be a ninja. By using stealth, espionage, and deceit.
It took it. I realized something. Whenever I was talking to my supervisor about it, it took him to Shippuden, which is like a 3-year gap. It took him 3 years to realize that whenever he uses a shadow clone, whatever the shadow clone did and got whatever information, it goes back to him. He retains that information. It took the kid 3 years to realize a vital thing which he could have done. He can easily transform into something, have that clone transform into something else, send the clone off to spy on someone, and then if the clone dies, oh well, it doesn't matter. He still has the information. That's a ninja thing to do.
Nah, man, I need that clone to power up my really big Rasengan. Oh, let me see in the chat real quick. Got passionate there for a moment. Johnny Cage, to follow up what he says that wasn't the point, Jack, he says, she said that to relieve Naruto from the promise to bring Sasuke back, but she's dumb. So, there's a context, but yeah, Sakura is still dumb.
I know that was a thing, but I still think Sakura was just more gaslighting, or not gaslighting, settling. So I was reading what Ghetto said. I'm just. It's more that Sakura was just trying to settle at the end. She was giving up, and was going to settle.
Oh man. All right, let me read this at least there's a chat here. Gail says that's why I truly believe soccer fans are delusional. They try to gaslight people to thinking Sakura is a good character. Hey, the best you get, Reinzo thinks she's okay, and that's the kicker. Only okay. You can bug Reinzo on
She
that on my
does
server.
nothing. She does like through the whole thing of Naruto. She did nothing. She's barely learning to become a medical ninja, and that's literally in three seasons.
Worst white mage ever.
Yes.
Oh, let's see. Continuing on. Ghetto says, "Come on, Jack, join the Becca community. We got better shows."
I wish I can rewatch Zoids. I think there's one on Netflix.
There you go. Johnny K says, "Can't you just slap your supervisor in the mouth?" Not even doesn't want to lose his job. and ghetto. Say what everyone says. They're my little rant. It gets better when it ends. I swear. Johnny Cage. Hack just told the world why One Piece sucks. I like to officially say I have no strong opinions one way or another for One Piece. I respect that it's continued this long, but dear God, that thing needs to end already, so we can move on. Ghetto says Naruto was never about ninjas. Kishimoto even admit the series was really going to be about wizards, but he needed a hook. Well, hey, you know what? At least he admitted. I can respect that. I can respect that. So stupid, but I can respect that. Johnny Cage, giving up, tried to kill her multiple times, and she still wanted that Uchiha dick. Oh, and lastly, coming up, Ghetto says, "Yeah, Zoid's Wild is the latest Zoid show." So there you go.
Is it good though?
Is it good? Tell us, Ghetto. Is Zoid's Wild good, or even decent, or even enjoyable? Is it? Would you say it's a full price?
I mean, what is the full price? 0? Because I could watch it on Netflix right now.
Yeah, the double toasted ratings no longer apply here, does it? It's hard to say something is full price when you can watch it for free on your TV. Oh man, I wonder if they ever.
Oh no, better. Let me revise the double toast for when it comes to
Ratings?
stream shows. All right, is it full subscription or mooch off?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Or and the worst one, you know what it is? If a show is so bad, the rating gets a cancel your subscription.
Yes.
Ghetto says that's okay, but it's really a children's anime, so you gotta go in knowing that. All right, but
Thanks.
is it worth paying the monthly fee, or should Jack mooch off his parents?
I'm already mooching off T-Mobile.
But you're still paying. You're still paying your phone plan. So there. Or should he cancel his phone plan?
That's the extreme. Cancel.
The show was so bad, I had to cancel my phone plan.
Go.
It says mooch off. Awesome. That's, you know what? That's gonna be in your rating system.
All right. That's a new rating.
Full subscription. Mooch off. Mooch off. And chill. There, you see what I did there? And then cancel your subscription. So there you go. That's the official Hack Jack Show ratings, and definitely original and not copied from Spill.com or Double Toasted. It's completely original. 100%. Oh man. I miss those guys. What are they doing now?
Which ones?
Well, I mean, they're both the same. They're both the same people, but I get the current incarnation Double Toasted, because I remember doing.
They're on Twitch a lot.
Good. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, you gotta get that money, baby. You gotta get that money. But I remember back back in the day.
Back in my day.
When they were spill.com. And one thing I actually like about them is that I did like also I did like their chemistry between all the hosts and when they did reviews and so forth. But for the lot, I guess for the more bigger or higher for the movies that were like big for that year, they would actually do these little animated reviews of themselves as little cartoon caricatures, and I always really like that I like that it was cool. Unfortunately, it was a lot of work, and eventually it just wasn't worth doing that so much animation for something that's not going to pay off a lot. Ghetto says, I still watch their Twitch occasionally. Most of the bad movie reviews. Nothing changed really. I can see that. Is what was his name? Is Martin, aka Leon, still wrong about Spider-Man 2? I bet he is. Freaking! I actually remember one time. Is one of my chill streams. I actually sat down and watched his actual argument of why Spider-Man 2, why Spider-Man 2 is actually a bad movie. And each of his arguments told they did not held up in the slightest, and you can easily debunk them. If anything, it's more like he just enjoys Spider-Man 3 more than he did 2. I think that's what he just comes down to it, because none of his critiques about 2 hold any ground or sometimes even made any sense. Ghetto says, of course he is. Although I do enjoy watching those guys with bad reviews. One of the ones I would be excited the most during the spill days and when I was still subscribed to Double Toasted was whenever they had to review like a really crappy comedy, or you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Or when they had to review a Tyler Perry movie. That's when, oh man, it was so hilarious. That's when they really get so hilarious. Oh man, Daddy Casey. He said, "What about the best superhero movie of all time?" Oh man, it's actually been a while. It's been a while. Man, I guess we could EFAP it a little bit, but it was like it's not like he did a long video. There wasn't not a long video about it, but oh man, I'm honestly trying to remember. You know what? Maybe heck. Maybe I can rewatch. We can rewatch it again for an episode, so Jack can then see this Martin's very on point critiques about Spider-Man 2 and why it sucks.
I'll make sure to agree to everything to be the
to be the contrary.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I'll tolerate that because at least it's a joke. Better than another person. Just another. I don't even. He has a YouTube channel, but he's not really a YouTuber or movie reviewer. He just has a channel and is associated with bigger channels. Of how and pretty much he did a whole like 2 or hour and a half, just 2 hour like critique breakdown of why Spider-Man 2 sucks. And I kid you not, I didn't last like 10 minutes. Mostly because right off the bat he either is making too much assumptions about how people relationships work, or making assumptions about what characters know and don't know. The biggest one I can think of, like the 2 ones that come to my mind, which pretty much stopped the video and not watching it, was that he assumes that MJ would know exactly what Peter's financial situation is, despite the fact the movie made it clear that Peter keeps to himself to the point that it almost seems like he's he's closing out towards MJ, not sharing anything, doesn't want to say too much. And it's even made that apparent in the movie when MJ's like, "You're always so mysterious." You almost but at a certain point you need to open up about what's going on with you. But he clearly misses that, and he's like, "Oh, why doesn't MJ know about Peter's financial situation?" I was like, freaking, she probably didn't know because didn't tell her. As far as MJ knows, Peter is doing fine. Because and that's all on Peter because he's not being open about what's really going on in his life. Because he can, because guess what? He's Spider-Man.
Nah, it's that toxic masculinity.
Oh, and then he made a whole spiel about how Mary Jane should have been upset that Peter was late again for not arriving to watch her play. Keep in mind, it wasn't like it was the first time. It was something that he's been doing multiple times. So she has every right to be upset, especially when he keeps promising that he will be there.
Yeah.
And lastly, and the last thing, he assumes that Mary Jane already knows Peter is Spider-Man. What's his evidence? All because in the previous movie, in the final scene where MJ is confessing to Peter during Norman Osborn's funeral, she gives him a kiss, and Peter then tells her, no, they can't really be together, and they should just stay friends. It's essentially what he says. And when she kissed him, she through her body language, she moves her hands to her lips as if to feel like this kiss feels familiar, because obviously earlier in the movie, MJ kissed Peter as Spider-Man when he saved her in the alley during that rainy night. However, so he took that scene which is not very conclusive. She is not saying she already figures out that he's Spider-Man. It's more so that it just feels very familiar. But the movie does not make it evident that she pieces together, because then by the second movie, she should already know he's Spider-Man. But clearly, that's not the case. So he's making this assumption that MJ already knows. That MJ already knows, despite the fact the movie never made it evident until the very end that she ever knew Peter was Spider-Man.
Man, he's making too many assumptions about a kiss.
And that was the first 10 minutes of this 2-hour video.
I don't think he's ever gotten a kiss in his life.
Oh.
Reopen the wound there, guys.
I'm sure he's a nice guy or like a normal dude, but man, there's a certain point where when you scrutinize something too much that your arguments don't even sound like anything, and you're making assumptions upon assumptions upon assumptions, and it's like just
sounds more like a conspiracy theorist than anything.
Pretty much. It's like doing a movie review as a conspiracy theorist.
Hey, we need to make that an idea. That should be our thing.
The conspiracy theorist movie reviews.
Yes, we should do that.
Oh, that would be kind of hard to pull off. I'm not gonna. That's gonna be hard to pull off. I mean, it'll be a funny way to do movie reviews without actually having to, I guess, be proper reviews. It's like, you're not there just because you want to see our actual viewpoint. We're just here for the joke. It could, it could be something. It could be something we could do, and actually, to get a little bit more serious. Not too serious, but more serious, and I guess on a YouTube level. Because I've been thinking about kind of the video content and stuff. I think for the live streams, yeah. Technically speaking, they don't help us within the algorithm.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's not like we like live streaming every day.
Yeah.
Like for Jack, it's a total 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And with me, is now down to twice, sometimes 3 if that's something on Sunday, but I haven't been doing those lately. So really just 2. So that makes it 1, 2. Like 4 streams a week, which maybe that is half the week, admittedly. But we are two people, so it's not like the same person. But YouTube's doesn't recognize it as that. But
that is true.
But the one thing, but the more important thing, is that I'm looking at kind of the videos. I'm trying to focus. All right, like. I gotta focus what type of videos I should really put more emphasis on, and something that's gonna be enticing for people to check out the channel. instead of just literally doing whatever the heck I want, which is all fine and dandy, but is not very sufficient in the long run. And and also doesn't help the fact that now it's taking me longer to do videos just because there's only so much time in the day. And so and now with all the different types of videos I've made combined with the limited time, it goes to a point of like, all right, like what should I focus on? Should I still do comic reviews? Should I still do my Spider-Man series? Should I still do those old classic anime videos? Like, oof, it's getting to that point. It's getting to that point. It's not like the beginning where I had a lot more freedom and I could have made all these different videos. I no longer have that luxury anymore. So this is something that I'm gonna start thinking about if you want to grow this channel in the way YouTube likes to have channels grown. Obviously, at the end of the day, it's all up to you guys of how you want to grow this stuff. And if this suffices and this is all fine for y'all, then so be it. So be it. It's not like we're trying to be PewDiePie over here.
Yeah, we're gonna. You know what? All right, let's start it. We're gonna go watch some Reddit memes.
Should we do? Do we have to do the thing?
If you're,
no, not the song. The the claps. We have to
review.
Okay, good. You did it, not me.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, let's go to Reddit because we all love Reddit. It is not an overused concept at all.
Yep.
Just like those silly videos where they have an auto speech read Reddit posts.
Oh yeah, they've been invading TikTok too.
Lovely.
Yeah, them text to speech Reddit videos.
Johnny K says that Shut-in's gonna go outside before doing analysis like that. Yeah, because obviously I shouldn't Jack, because according to the reviewer type up for Spider-Man 2, obviously I should know your absolute financial situation, or else I'm not a good friend. Tell me how much do you make a year right now in front of the audience?
Let me pull out my W-2 right now and my my income tax. It says here. All right, it says here. I made $1 a year.
Ooh. Those are big Chinese numbers there. To the guy's credit, it's more like not like knowing exactly what Peter's income is, but having like at least knowing what he's financially going through. But either case,
must be making some money. I mean, he's living in New York.
Yeah, and also Ghetto, as always, he says Peter should have hooked up with Betty or the landlord's skinny daughter to disappear to MJ. Oh, the landlord's daughter, little Ms. Dikonovich there. She's fine. She's all right. Betty, that actually would have been very accurate to an extent. But I had no problems with those films versions of MJ. Not really. I have no problems with her. If only real MJ I have a problem with is the MCU ones, and well, that's already been said to death, so no need to go down that road again. I swear, I don't see how people were like, "Oh my God, Zendaya, she's so there," and I'm like, I don't. Yeah. I just don't see it. I just don't see it.
Right?
Yeah, honestly, you know what it is? When I look at her, I'm going, you just look like some like regular Puerto Rican chick.
Right?
Even though she's not Puerto Rican.
See, that's how I think of it too. Like I don't know. I don't know who was the one that called me crazy for that, but someone called me crazy for that, and I just like I don't see the thing about her. I don't see the thing.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Yellow says, I'm still mad they convert her last name as Watson. Ugh. Yeah, because that's a very black name to have. Hey, Watson.
Oh, yes, Watson. And in my case, playing Great
Holmes.
Ace Attorney. Naruhodo.
I do like I actually do like on the Great Ace Attorney that I guess it didn't. Well, no, wait. Have you actually met Watson in the game yet?
No.
I'll keep my mouth shut then.
Oh, one thing I do hate, and I was complaining about it the whole stream.
What is it?
The jury,
The characters or the system?
the system.
You don't
It
like?
makes no sense.
What? You gotta convince the jury.
It makes no sense.
Okay. Oh, now you
like
complain.
literally,
Now you're complaining that Ace Attorney's legal system doesn't make any sense.
yeah, but this is even more egregious.
Oh, okay.
Because at least, even though Phoenix will pull like some evidence out of his ass, at least by the end of it, people will hear it. They will listen to it. They'll listen about it. Whenever it's with this jury, they're like, "Oh, I heard the first cross examination. I didn't like what you said. Guilty." Like literally, I was even saying, imagine how it goes for you. Like maybe let's say you were framed for stealing a candy bar.
Johnny.
You go to court,
Johnny.
and then right there the jury is like right in front of you. The person, like the prosecutor, will be like, "All right, it was seen here in this piece of paper, and only this piece of paper. It says here that this man here, right
Johnny.
next to you, Hack stole a candy bar,
AKA
and
Johnny Cage.
he stole a candy bar at 9:41 p.m. and 50 people saw him." And then, like right before he can finish his statement, the jury will be like, "Guilty." Doesn't even let you cross-examine. Guilty.
Johnny Cage, son of a bitch. Yeah, well, yeah. I would say the jury mechanic is an interesting one. If anything, looking back, because honestly, the jury mechanic kind of prolongs the trials probably more than intended.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because which I guess they probably incorporated that in. They incorporated that in because it is at least an interesting idea. And this an idea is something that a real court will have. Like they will have jurors, and instead of what's done traditionally in Ace Attorney games. So
Oh,
I would not be surprised if the next game if the next game that mechanic is better designed since it is
and
introduced in the first Great Ace Attorney.
I literally even stated it like in the beginning of the court case whenever they introduced the jury. I was like, okay, these three people right here, these first three would have been thrown out the window because one of them literally said, "I am here to convict people." That that guy would instantly be thrown out. He wouldn't be used as a juror.
Give him
The
the
other guy
chair.
was the other guy the other one, which was the maid, was like, "I'm here to throw away scum." I'm like, yep, thrown out too, kind of, maybe. Guy with the knife, he's like, yep, I would throw him out too.
When do we get the fucking guns?
And literally the first cross examination before the guy even finished saying whenever I was pressing for information, those three were the ones that were like guilty. I'm like, I knew it.
But Jack, don't you know you're one of those people.
And the worst thing is,
You know what I
I know
mean.
I know this mechanic is supposed to build suspense, but what it does instead, it builds frustration.
A little bit. Yeah, it can get frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. Then again, then again, maybe my tolerance for that is less so than yours. But yeah, I could definitely see your frustration with it. Certainly when I played through the first time, I was initially intrigued, but by the end of it, I was going. You know what? Maybe the Japanese were onto something with only 3-day trials with no
Yep.
jury. Because if this is the people that are gonna convict me, oh Lord help us all. Also, all right, and we're gonna put some chats here, then start closing down and start going to the closing section of the stream.
Mhm.
First says Johnny K says all versions of Peter should wait for Felicia to show up. Eh, sure, why not? Sure, I'm sure Felicia Hardy will be a loyal hoe. I'm sure. Ghetto says took me.
Already a hoe too.
I mean, it's Black Cat. What do you expect?
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Ghetto says took me right out of No Way Home. I was brought when Toby showed. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Honestly, thinking back No Way Home, I was enjoying the movie. I definitely was not enjoying the Peter's friends. And once the other two Spider-Men came in, I was like, all right, I feel a little better now. A little bit better. Johnny K, there's like 30 Zendaya lookalikes in my city alone, and we barely have 20,000 people total. Exactly, so I don't see the big deal. Ghetto says, guilty! That man is guilty!
Oh my god. Uncle Ruckus. You know what? I need to add his little theme song. It's like that little weird trombone thing. It's like
Johnny K says, maybe you should just lawyer better, man. Yeah.
yeah, I should just lawyer better. Even though canonically I haven't even started. This is a test for me.
Well, you know what? Trial by fire is what I say.
It's literally the Mexican thing of like throwing your kid in the pool and then expecting them to swim. They're like, oh, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they don't, the chancla. Or
Yeah.
no. Realistically, if they don't, they'll go, what you crying? Come on, it's easy.
My favorite one is like how my parents taught me multiplication because I didn't go through like the basics in kindergarten or like for anything like addition, subtraction, like any of the simple math stuff. So they'll be like, "What's 2 times 2?" I don't know. What's 2 times 2? They say it louder.
I remember that's how my parents would be when they tried to help my little brother with his homework. And oh my god, then the tears start going and they get frustrated. Eventually, I had to intervene and pretty much just talk to him calmly and make sure that he's doing his work and make him feel confident. Just help him without raising my voice. A little bit, a little bit might annoy me at times because he's just being deliberately belligerent. But he'll get it, and he now is at a point where he can do his work by himself, and he's gets them mostly right. So hey, we did something right, and hey, at least he had a better and he had an easier experience than me. I was literally given the flashcards every night. It's like every night, parents would go, all right, memorize these flashcards. And so I'll just go 5 times 5 is 25. 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. Repeat that for like 10 minutes. Over and over with my times tables. And same thing with like any like notes I have for science and history. Surprisingly, my folks never did that for my siblings, only just me.
Well, that's kind of a good thing because memorization is not that great.
Maybe. But hey,
Because I mean, like yes,
but 12
it's
times
fine
12 is 144, right?
it's fun to well not fun. It's fine to memorize the multiplications, but
Gotta know my
then
times tables.
you don't know why it's like that.
Yeah, but
You just know the answer it is, but you just don't know why.
why? Why math? Why?
You know,
Wait.
it's kind of like how like I was kind of ragging on like old math or new math right now where it's like, you know, have you seen it where they have like two multiplications and you have to like write out a box and like write out the numbers and stuff and
Oh,
add those numbers together and that's your answer.
I think I see a variation of that, but
Mm,
still, I'm looking at it like, that's just extra work for the kid. What the heck?
Now the thing is though, the bright side for that would be you can do that all in your head.
I mean, that's a lot of math. Honestly, you can do it all in your head. And also, Johnny Cage brings also a pretty good point. That's why we carry calculators in our pockets. Whatever.
But
Nothing
that's also the
matters.
problem because we have calculators. Why do we need to do the new math when we could just use the calculator?
Exactly. The computer will tell us the answer, for we must worship the computer.
We're
All
not cavemen. We have technology.
technology.
Wait, this is a SpongeBob stream right now, man.
Nah, it's just three references. That's fine. Now we do more than three, then yeah. Oh
I
man.
gotta think of another one real quick though.
No, we gotta close things up. It's 10 minutes till. I gotta go to bed.
I know.
All right. So what you got? Anything to announce, Jack?
Do I have anything to announce? What day is it today? It's the 23rd. Okay, making sure. Um, so far, I think everything's gonna go just as normal. Next stream for Monday will be again the Ace Attorney. Hopefully, I won't suddenly just lose power for like a split second, like last time. And again, just as a shout out, thank you so much, Johnny Cage, for telling me to save because man, I would have gone through another hour just going through that same spot. But yeah, other than that, stream is as usual, usual time. That's all.
All right then. And as for me, the so as for me, there last week there wasn't a chill stream. This week I'll make sure that there will be a chill stream, and on that chill stream I will have to make a announcement because it'll be more related. It'll be more related to those chill streams. All I can say for now is that there's going to be a significant change in my schedule, and I will need to ask some questions because there's going to be big changes to the chill stream. And I'll just say this, as far as what those big changes are going to be. Those big changes are either going to be those chill streams will be on a different day, or if that different day is not suitable for anyone who enjoys the chill streams, then the chill streams will have to be something done once a month. Because as my current work schedule goes, even though I will not work on Saturdays, I do have to go to bed early on Saturdays, so I will not be able to do. So actually, this coming Saturday may be the last time I get to do a late night Saturday chill stream. It's a very likelihood that would be the case. So, well, of course, most of the people in my chill stream are on my server, so I will have to ask that question to see to see how that goes. And yes, Johnny, you're right. Work always have things up, but hey, man, it's called responsibilities. Responsibilities. As great Uncle Ben says. And as for now, even though I'm working a lot more than I'm used to, I still have times in the day, so I can, in relation to in the client of streams, at least will be able to put more time into videos. And I don't know if I said this last week. I probably did, but I'll say it again. The current comic review is still in the it is in the actual video editing process, and other two and I can take 2 or 3 days to really work on those to get it done. It's not gonna be a long video. After that though, I'm gonna have to do some self reflection on what my video content would be from then on, what to really focus on. Because when you look back on the type of videos I did, I've did a lot of stuff. Obviously, did the comic reviews, Spider-Man videos. I recently did that one of Black Friday, two Black Friday videos about black comedies from like the late '80s and early 2000s. What else are the videos I did? Those anime reviews,
The High
and
Cross.
yep, Hackross. And probably a few things I'm forgetting in my head. So there's no lack of content for me, but I will need to see where you guys want me to kind of direct. What will be more interesting thing for me to talk about? You'd like to hear from me. So so I think I can easily say, as a way to end this episode, that we're definitely gonna hit a new era for the JAC Show. This is gonna be the hack limited era. In the beginning, it was
no.
hack unlimited. Now we're in the hack limited era of the JAC Show.
Hack limited edition.
Exactly. All my videos are gonna be limited editions. But hey, in the bright side, yeah, I can't do much stuff YouTube wise, but that means I can put more effort and time into making these single videos. And honestly, I always respect and enjoy channels that, even if they don't have a lot of content, they put a lot of effort into the videos already there that makes it rewatchable. And I hopefully see that Johnny Hack became a DOC. Pretty much, it's the HAC Show with the season with the Hack season pass.
Yeah, you gotta purchase a
You
subscription.
gotta pay $14.99 plus tax to get the Hack season pass. But yeah, more info will come, and I definitely will be asking a lot questions from the audience and on Twitter to see what will be the most thing you want to see from me, because I'm definitely getting ideas. If you want me to be more comic focused or anime focused, or even just something different entirely, because I would like to be at the point where my videos can be something you can watch at any point, and not something that's just only topical, or that's just gonna be another "have you heard, Jack, what Marvel did today?" All all that crap. No, I want something I like to make something that's gonna be timeless, and it's gonna make you want to watch these videos all the time. So please, that's my personal goal of how I want my content to be when it comes for the channel. So, with all that said, thank you very much for joining us for the 113th episode of the JAC Show. And notice this though, I never said anything about the main show being changed. This is the only thing that's being unchanged. So I'm still gonna be able to do this show, and we're still gonna do it, and we're still able to go live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Although we might have to change that time. I'll talk to you about that, Jack, when the stream is over. But this is a guarantee. Jack streams may go up and down, may go low or high depending on the week. I certainly may be liking and stuff, but this is the only thing I can guarantee for this channel. The main event itself, the JAC Show. So that you can always look forward to, regardless of whatever is the current circumstances for me or for Jack. Until the next big change happens. But that won't be for a while. So, with all that said, thank you very much for watching. And this is HAC and Jack, sign off.
Good night, everyone.